Hey, what's up, Guardians? TBL here, coming back at you with some Destiny gameplay footage on the PlayStation 4. Oh, and hold up, wait a second, what's going on here? Some pre-match inspections? 3-man fire teams? Oh no, that's right, baby, we're bringing you some Trials of Osiris gameplay today. Yeah, that's right, TBL finally ran some Trials of Osiris, had a decent run the other day on Monday. You know, got in with the boys Blackvox and Gen X 100 and we made our Trials runs, had some good times, had some bad times, and it definitely solidified one thing for me. I do not like running Trials of Osiris. And over the course of this video, we're going to be explaining, or rather complaining to you guys, about why I don't like to run Trials of Osiris, at least not in its current form. And as you can see here, we're at Thieves' Den, and as you'll notice, I've got 2 losses. Oh man, let me tell you about those 2 losses. You can thank some rather sweaty fire teams using Final Round for that one. Yeah, and you know what, that's actually where we're going to start this rant off. You know, Trials of Osiris, it's like the Iron Banner but with smaller fire teams and a little bit more sweat. You know, when you're in it and you're evenly stacked up against another team, it's super duper fun. Ooh, getting on this dude with that Thorn right there, he decided to pay a little bit more attention to Blackvox's sniping than my close range Thorn action. Pretty much handed us that first round there. But again, when you're stacked against evenly matched teams, you know, and everybody's using different weapons and whatnot, it's a really fun, really skill-based experience, and I really enjoy that. But with the way the Crucible meta is right now, especially within Trials, it's pretty hard to find that experience. Most of the time, you're running super sweaty up against, you know, the same loadouts all over again. And, you know, I can handle Thorn. I'm a guy who's been using Thorn since the 2nd week of Destiny, back when it was one of the worst exotics in the game. And for you Kinderguardians out there, I promise you, there was once a time when Thorn sucked. But Thorn spam aside, what really got to me during these trial runs was the Final Rounders, man. The Final Rounders are ridiculous, and you can spot them from a mile away. You know, a lot of people, well, pretty much everybody who runs Trials, you got to run that pre-match inspection on your enemies, and anybody who's rocking Aphrodite Spear with Final Round, you know what they're going to do. They're going to start that match off, empty that rifle just as quick as they can, and then proceed to one-shot you. And you know, that's not fun, and it's not really fair, and we ran into it a fair share of times during these runs, as I'm sure everybody who runs Trials does. Although I will give mad props to Blackvox here. He was rocking an LDR, and he was out-sniping the Final Rounders in quite a few of the matches that we were in. But anyways, straight up Final Round spam accounted for one of our losses in these trial runs. The other one, well, that fire team had 2 guys that were rocking a Final Round Aphrodite as well, but for the most part, we spawned on the bad side of this map, at least for sniping. Right now for this match, we've got what we would consider basically the good spawn for sniping. You can head glitch like a beast from the A side of this map. But you know, that in and of itself is another one of my problems with Trials, the fact that you don't rotate spawns between rounds. You know, sometimes when you get a bad spawn on a map like Thieves' Den or the Burning Shrine, it's just really hard to turn things around. The enemy team just has an instant advantage. And then, you know, when you're going up against the staple Thorn Last Word Fell Winners Aphrodite's combo, it just really turns Trials into something a little bit too annoying to deal with, at least in my opinion. And ooh, checking things out here, we're on that heavy round. I've got my Ash Factory here, grenades and horseshoes, and boom! That dude's dead. I couldn't quite get tripod to roll on this thing, so I had to settle for grenades and horseshoes and spray and play, which is fantastic for me. Instant reload plus the power this thing packs mixed with the cheesiness of grenades and horseshoes, good enough for me. But anyways, right now at least it seems like to do well in Trials, you have to try hard, and I mean you have to super duper try hard. And when I run into stuff like Shot Package Fell Winners and Final Round Aphrodites and other snipers all over the place all the time in every single match, it's just not a fun experience for me. And that's pretty much why I don't like running Trials and why you guys don't very often see Trials gameplay on the channel. Now, you know, maybe that'll change once the weapon balance patch comes into effect. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to change up the weapon meta. I think it's going to be really exciting to see stuff like auto rifles, scouts, and machine guns taking their place in Iron Banner and Trials. You know, so we can get some serious weapon variety up in the Crucible, sort of like what we had in Destiny 1.0. I seriously can't wait for that. Oh, and check this out. We were waiting for these guys to pop their heads around corners, so I figure I'm going to go ahead and pop my golden gun and see what's going on here. These dudes were running from me. Sitting there behind that rock, kind of cowering in fear, and I wound up getting a golden gun shot plus a combustion kill. Then Blackvox and Jay cleaned up their friend who must have been flanking around the other side. Oh man, I'm sorry guys. TBL is kind of feeling like a bully right now. But there we go, 5-0 cleaned up this Trials match pretty nicely. And I'd say we didn't do too bad. But there we go, that's pretty much it for the commentary, guys. And for all of you out there who ask me why I don't run Trials that often, why I don't hold Trials live streams, well, the answer is really weapon balance, because I get sick and tired of running into cheesy strats. Seriously, I gotta see if I still have footage from those 2 lost matches. The final rounding was ridiculous. It just made me not want to play Destiny PvP anymore. So I went over and played Final Fantasy. But alright, that's it for the video, guys. If you like what you saw here, do feel free to check out my channel where you can find a ton more Destiny videos coming out soon. And be sure to let me know how you feel about Trials of Osiris. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Can you wait for the weapon balance patch to come out? Can't wait to read your comments. But alright, that's going to be it for this one, guys. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.